Good evening, everybody. Today's topic of elaboration is on Vigilance Awareness Week. Now, Government of India is observing Vigilance Awareness Week, and the topic of discussion is: can we make India, you know, rich and prosperous by being vigilant? Well, of course, we can make India prosperous and rich by being vigilant. Now, first of all, let us talk about what is vigilance. To be vigilant means to be aware, to be conscious of right and wrong, to be conscious of fairness. Everybody needs to understand what is the right way of governance. You know, in the entire country, we find corruption prevailing from the grassroots level to the top level. But we ask this question to ourselves. Let us introspect. Who do you think is responsible for this prevailing corruption in the country? Obviously, we all are responsible. We are encouraging corruption. Nobody wants to be in queue. Nobody wants to, wait for the right procedure. Everybody wants to get the work done by hook or crook. This is very bad. When you want the work to get it done by hook or crook, certainly you will have to go by the wrong means, and this will encourage corruption. So let us not be impatient. Let us follow the discipline of the culture of work, and let us wait for our chance. Then only our file or our work will be done. Second thing, that corruption is a word which is highly debatable. It is not only taking bribe and giving bribe is a kind of corruption. Telling lies, not to be, right, not to correlate what we preach and what we practice is also corruption. If we are preaching to be fair in public life, and if we are doing illegal or unauthorized or unlawful work, and if we are encouraging embezzlement of government money, or if we are wasting government money, this is also corruption. We have no right to embezzle or waste the resources of the nation. They are very important for the development of the nation. So let us be aware and conscious about using and misusing. When we are using the government machinery for the development of the nation, this is called fair dealing. When we are misusing the government machineries for taking favor of a person or a particular individual, this is corruption. Why can't we really think about developing each and every person fairly and honestly? Why should we, give favor to X and disfavor to Y? Fair dealing means dealing without making any discrimination. Let us not forget that if we are vigilant about any act or every act that is happening around us, there will be no, cases of corruption. But if we are just keeping our ears and eyes closed, then how can we really be vigilant? We must keep our eyes open wherever we are, in whatever position we are. If we are in the institution, let us not allow the wrong marks to be given to the children. If we are in the offices, let us not discriminate an influential person's file to that of a poor person. Let us deal with everybody fairly and equally. No discrimination. Equality of right. Fundamentally, it should be maintained. Second thing, that we should never encourage any wrong way of procedure. We should not ask the officials to go hurriedly by giving or by bribing them. Let them do the work. It will take time. Let the time be taken. Doesn't matter. So there are certain things that we must observe about being vigilant. Number one is that we must understand what is a right way and what is a wrong way, and we must tell the people around us that this is the wrong way. We should not encourage this thing. Otherwise, what will happen? One corrupt official will make a group of corrupt officials. One cases of corruption will lead to 1,000 cases of corruption. So let us not, allow a single unlawful activity or illegal activity happen in front of us. And for that, students can play a key role because they are the younger generation. They are far more, honest than the older generation. They can really nurture the culture of honest dealing and fairness among the people by being vigilant, by being aware, by being conscious, and by being educated. Let us educate the people not to, get the things done hurriedly and illegally. Let us be in habit of going through the proper procedures, and let us being in habit of not discriminating man from man, persons from person, because only when we discriminate an influential person and then we neglect an ordinary person, things arise. We should always think that every person has the right to know what is going on in the public dealing. And if a person under the information, right to information, RTI, right to information, if a person wants to know about the functioning of the government, we should always be accountable to the question. We should explain to the RTI that yes, our dealing is fair and we must do everything fair. If we are doing everything fairly, then there is no fear. Let the right to information, let the Lokpal, anybody can ask the question. We are answerable to their questions, and there is nothing to fear about. Once we are having a strong character, once we are having a strong behavior, once we are having a disciplined way of working, there is nothing to worry about questioning. Questioning must be there. If there is anything wrong, it must be questioned. And we should always encourage transparency in our function. If our function is transparent, if it is known to everybody what we are doing, and if everybody can understand that the things that we are doing is fair and are fair, and there is no malignancy, and there is no approximation in our work, then certainly others will get inspired. They will also do the same thing. So one right person can breed thousands of cases of right person. A righteous character is an inspiration for the society. A truthful person and honest dealing is an example for others to follow. And a corrupt person is always an object of hatred. He is subjected to questioning, he is subjected to contempt, and he is also subjected to legal actions. Therefore, we must be vigilant about what is happening around us. In whatever position, in whatever capacity we are, we must be vigilant and we must see the things that is happening in front of us. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.